Yo, fight fans, what's good? Welcome back to Ring Ruler, the channel where we break down the most explosive moments in boxing and bring you right into the heart of the action. On August 3, 2024, at BMO Stadium in Los Angeles, we witnessed a clash that had the whole world buzzing. Pound-for-pound King Terence "Bud" Crawford, the pride of Omaha, Nebraska, stepped into the ring at 154 pounds to take on the dangerous WBA super welterweight champion, Israel "The Dream" Madrimov from Uzbekistan. Was Madrimov in trouble against one of the greatest boxers of all time? Or did he pull off the upset of the year? Let's dive into the electrifying highlights of this epic showdown, and trust me, you're gonna want to stick around to the end for some jaw-dropping moments. If you're hyped, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get into it. This fight wasn't just another night at the office. It was a high-stakes chess match between two of the best in the game. Terence Crawford, with a perfect 40-0 record, was chasing history, looking to become a world champion in his fourth weight class. The man's a wizard in the ring, switching stances, picking apart opponents like a surgeon, and leaving fans in awe every single time. But Israel Madrimov, he's no pushover. With a record of 10-0-1, this guy's got power in both hands, slick footwork, and a heart that doesn't quit. They call him the Dream for a reason, and he was ready to defend his title and prove he belongs at the top. The atmosphere was electric, with Eminem performing live to hype up the crowd. Could Madrimov shock the world, or would Crawford cement his legacy? Let's break it down round by round. As the bell rang for round one, you could feel the tension. Both fighters came out cautious, like two predators sizing each other up. Crawford, in his southpaw stance, was flicking out his jab, trying to gauge Madrimov's distance. Madrimov, with his compact style, was bouncing on his toes, looking for openings to land that big right hand. The crowd was on edge, waiting for someone to make a move. Crawford landed a sharp left to the body, but Madrimov countered with a quick combination that just missed. It was clear from the jump that this was gonna be a technical masterpiece. Round 2 saw Crawford start to find his rhythm. He switched to orthodox for a moment, confusing Madrimov, and landed a crisp 1-2 that snapped the champ's head back. Madrimov wasn't fazed, though. He fired back with a looping right that grazed Crawford, letting him know he was in a fight. The early rounds were tight, with both guys showing why they're elite. By round 3, Crawford was starting to take control. His footwork was a thing of beauty, cutting angles and making Madrimov miss by inches. Bud landed a sneaky uppercut that got the crowd roaring, but Madrimov showed his grit, absorbing the shot and firing back with a body shot of his own. The Uzbekistan fans in the arena were chanting his name, trying to will their champ to land something big. Crawford's defense was airtight, though, slipping punches like he was in the Matrix. You could see Madrimov getting frustrated, but he stayed composed, looking for that one moment to change the fight. That's what makes this matchup so special, two guys at the peak of their powers, refusing to give an inch. If you're loving this breakdown so far, drop a comment below and let me know who you were rooting for. And don't forget to subscribe to Ring Ruler for more fight recaps like this. As we hit the middle rounds, the intensity cranked up. Round 4 was where Crawford started to turn the screws. He landed a vicious left hand that rocked Madrimov's head back, and for a split second, it looked like the champ was in trouble. Madrimov recovered quick, though, clinching to buy some time. Crawford's ability to adjust mid-fight is unreal. He was reading Madrimov like a book, baiting him into throwing and then countering with surgical precision. Madrimov wasn't going down easy, though. In round 5, he came out aggressive, landing a solid right hand that caught Crawford clean. The crowd erupted, thinking maybe, just maybe, this was the moment. But Crawford just smiled, shook his head, and went back to work. That's the thing about Bud, he thrives under pressure. He landed a 3-punch combo to close the round, reminding everyone why he's the king. Round 6 was a straight-up dogfight. Both guys were trading shots in the center of the ring, neither willing to back down. Madrimov landed a hard body shot that made Crawford wince, but Bud answered with a double jab followed by a left cross that had Madrimov's legs wobble for a second. The referee was watching close, but Madrimov's chin held up. You gotta give props to the champ for his heart. He was taking punishment but kept coming forward, throwing bombs and hoping to catch Crawford slipping. The LA crowd was on its feet, knowing they were witnessing something special. By round 7, Crawford's experience started to show. He was picking his shots, targeting Madrimov's body to slow him down. A brutal left to the liver had Madrimov grimacing, but he bit down on his mouthpiece and kept swinging. This fight was delivering on all the hype, and we were only halfway through. As we rolled into round 8, you could sense the momentum shifting. Crawford was in full predator mode, stalking Madrimov around the ring. He landed a picture-perfect right hook that sent sweat flying, and the crowd lost it. Madrimov tried to rally, throwing a wild overhand right, but Crawford slipped it and countered with a left that staggered the champ. Was this the beginning of the end? Madrimov's corner was screaming at him to move, but Crawford's pressure was relentless. Round 9 saw Madrimov dig deep. He landed a desperate combination that pushed Crawford back, showing he still had fight left in him. The heart of a champion, man. But Crawford's IQ was just too much. He stayed calm, picking his spots and landing cleaner, harder shots. The scorecards had to be tight, but Bud was pulling ahead. By the championship rounds, the tension was unreal. Round 10 was all Crawford. He was showboating a bit, dropping his hands and daring Madrimov to come in. When Madrimov obliged, Bud made him pay with a vicious counter left that had the champ stumbling. The crowd was chanting Bud, Bud, Bud as he poured it on. Madrimov, to his credit, never stopped trying. He landed a solid right in round 11 that got Crawford's respect, but Bud's defense was just too slick. He was making Madrimov miss and punishing him every time. As we headed into the final round, you could feel the fight slipping away from the champ. Crawford put on a clinic in round 12, landing crisp combinations and dancing out of range. Madrimov threw everything he had, but Crawford was just too good. When the final bell rang, both guys raised their hands, but the arena knew who had won. The judges' scorecards came in, and it was unanimous. Terence Crawford was the new WBA super welterweight champion. Scores of 116 to 112, 115 to 113, and 115 to 113 sealed the deal. Crawford improved to 41-0, adding another chapter to his legendary career. Madrimov, now 10-1-1, showed he's a force to be reckoned with, but on this night, he ran into a generational talent. Post-fight, Crawford gave props to Madrimov, calling him a tough warrior, while Madrimov vowed to come back stronger. The mutual respect was real, and that's what boxing's all about. What a fight, y'all. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Ring Ruler. We're just getting started. But hold up, we ain't done yet. Let's talk about what's next. Crawford's got his eyes on the biggest names at 154, maybe even a mega fight with Canelo Alvarez at 168. Can Bud keep defying the odds? And what about Madrimov? Will he bounce back and reclaim his spot? Drop your predictions in the comments, I wanna hear what you think. Also, check out our last video on Ring Ruler where we broke down the undercard, including that crazy knockout by Isaac Cruz. You don't wanna miss it. And if you're new here, join the Ring Ruler family. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and let's keep the boxing vibes going strong. We drop new videos every week, so stay locked in. Before we wrap up, let's give a shout out to the fans who made this event unreal. From Eminem's performance to the sold-out crowd, LA Showdown. Boxing is alive and well, and nights like this remind us why we love this sport. If you want more highlights, exclusive interviews, and behind-the-scenes content, follow Ring Ruler on Instagram and Twitter. We're always dropping fire for the real fight fans. Thanks for rocking with us, and we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, Keep your hands up and your chin down. Ring Ruler, out.